How to cook Congolese fufu my way. You're going to need an African wooden spatula. You're going to need fufu flour, in this case white cornmeal from my local African store. You're going to need a pot of water. I have 4.5 cups of water in this pot, and I'm going to start by pouring the flour into the water. You don't want the water to be too hot, just warm, because you don't want to have lumps in the water when you're cooking the fufu. And I like this pot because it has a handle, and I'll tell you why I like the handle later on in the video. By the way, my name is Therese, and I do Congolese inspired meals from the region of Katanga in Congo. When the mixture starts boiling, I usually just cover it up and let it boil or let it cook for 5 minutes. And while that's cooking or boiling, I do other things. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe for more Congolese inspired food. After 2 to 5 minutes, I'm checking the pot, stirring it, making sure that it's not burning at the bottom. I'm going to add 1 cup of date flour, and I'll let it boil for 10 minutes. So fufu is cooked or even eaten differently throughout the continent of Africa, and this is one of the ways that I learned how to make it from Congo, the country of Republic Democratic of Congo in the region of Katanga. And you can eat this accompanied by stew, some type of stew, beef stew, chicken, vegetable, and you can eat it anytime, but mostly it's lunchtime and dinner time in my household. Have you ever had fufu? And if you have, what do you call it? Because it's differently called throughout the different countries in Africa. In the region where I'm from, we call bukari. Some people from the west, they say ugali. I know Kenya people, they say ugali. As from the bag, it's the same thing. It's called fufu. But yeah, bukari or kafunyanga for the people of Katanga. So it's time to finish up our fufu. I'm going to start cooking it or mixing it. In Swahili, kusonga ugali, and just making sure that the flour is not into the it's all mixing into the fufu or mixed together, and you don't want lumps or flour left over. One of the things that my husband hates is eating or seeing lumps of fufu or just the flour. He won't really eat it. So make sure all the lumps are gone. Into the 4.5 cups of water, I pour 1 cup that I had to pour when I'm mixing, and then another cup of flour that I had to put to let it boil. Now I'm just highballing it and adding flour as I go, and I don't like the fufu to be really thick or hard. I don't like it to be too hard. I like it to be just soft enough for an adult or a child to eat. depending on the kind of flour you want. This was white cornmeal, sometimes it's yellow, just depending on what I got from the store. You can get any kind of flour you want to use. You can add cassava flour, but I am not really a fan of cassava flour. I just like the corn. The reason I wanted a pot with a handle so I can hold it while I am cooking the fufu, so the pot won't fall or won't move. As you can see, it's moving so much, so you want a pot that you can hold, that has handles that you can hang on to. You can now turn off the stove and we're almost done. You can dish it however you want, since it's just family. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just put in a plate and there. Don't forget to clean up after you're done. Let me enjoy my fufu. This is one of the ways how to cook Congolese fufu.